Ever wondered how your favorite music tracks are produced? How the beats, the bass, the vocals, and all the intricate details come together to create that sound you love? The answer lies in two crucial processes: mixing and mastering. Mixing is where the magic begins. It's akin to being a chef in a sonic kitchen. Each ingredient, or in this case, each instrument and vocal track, needs to be balanced and blended together. It's about adjusting levels, panning sounds across the stereo field, and adding effects. The goal is to ensure all elements coexist harmoniously, creating a pleasing auditory experience. Mastering, on the other hand, is the final step in the music production process. Think of it as the icing on the cake, the polish that gives the track its sparkle. A mastering engineer takes the mixed track and fine-tunes it, enhancing the overall sound, ensuring consistency across different playback systems, and preparing it for distribution. Together, these processes shape the final sound of a track, giving it depth, dimension, and balance. They ensure that the music sounds its best, regardless of whether you're listening on your home stereo, your car radio, or your headphones. But it's not just about making the music sound good. Mixing and mastering also play a vital role in conveying the artist's vision. They help to highlight the emotions in the music, to bring out the nuances that make each track unique. So, while you may not see the mix and mastering engineers on stage or in the music video, their work is integral to the music you love. They're the unseen heroes working behind the scenes to create that perfect sound. That's our introduction to mixing and mastering, the invisible heroes of your favorite tracks. Stay tuned as we delve deeper into these fascinating processes, giving you the knowledge and tools to create your own sonic masterpieces. Ready to start your music production journey? Your workspace setup is critical. A well-organized workspace not only boosts your productivity, but also sparks your creativity. Let's dive right in. First off, it's important to consider acoustics. Your room's acoustics can greatly affect the sound quality of your mixes. Soft furnishings like rugs and curtains can help absorb sound, while diffusers can scatter reflections, reducing echo and giving you a clearer sound. Next, let's talk about equipment placement. Position your speakers at ear level and at an equal distance from your listening position to create an ideal stereo image. Your computer monitor should be at a comfortable viewing angle to avoid strain during those long mixing sessions. Don't forget about your comfort. Investing in an ergonomic chair and a desk at the right height can go a long way in ensuring you can work for hours without discomfort. Remember, a well-organized workspace is the first step towards producing top-notch tracks. Audio signals are the lifeblood of any track. Let's delve into their intricacies. They're the sounds that you capture, manipulate, and play back in your digital audio workstation, or DAW. But what exactly are they, and how do they behave? Think of an audio signal as a sonic footprint, a representation of sound waves converted into electrical energy. This conversion happens through a process called transduction, carried out by your microphone or instrument pickup. This electrical signal is then translated into digital data by your audio interface, allowing you to manipulate it in your DAW. Now let's break down the three fundamental aspects of audio signals: amplitude, frequency, and phase. Amplitude pertains to the loudness or intensity of your sound. In a waveform, it's represented by the height of the peaks and the depth of the troughs. Manipulating amplitude is typically done through volume adjustments or dynamic processing, like compression and limiting. Next, we have frequency, which determines the pitch of your sound. It's all about the speed of the sound wave's vibration. A faster vibration results in a higher pitch, while a slower one produces a lower pitch. Equalization, or EQ, is the primary tool for manipulating frequency. Lastly, there's phase. This is a bit of a tricky concept, but it refers to the timing relationship between two or more sound waves. Phase issues can cause certain frequencies to cancel each other out, resulting in a hollow or thin sound. Phase can be managed with careful mic placement and phase alignment tools in your DAW. Grasping these concepts equips you with the ability to shape and control your sound with precision. You can amplify the punch of a drum kit, carve out a space for the vocals in the mix, or align the phase of a multi-mic'd guitar cabinet. It's like having the keys to a sonic playground at your fingertips. With a solid understanding of audio signals, you're ready to take control of your sound. So, get in there, experiment, and let your creativity run wild. Remember, it's not just about understanding the science, it's also about using that knowledge to make your music feel exactly how you want it to feel. Mixing is where the magic happens. Let's get our hands dirty. During this stage of the music production process, it's all about balance and fine-tuning. Think of yourself as a chef, carefully adding and adjusting ingredients to create a delectable dish. First up, we have balancing levels. This is the bread and butter of mixing. Every track in your mix is like an instrument in an orchestra. They all need to work together harmoniously. Too much of one, and the entire mix can sound off. Here's where your faders come in. By adjusting the volume of each track, you can ensure that everything is in harmony. Next, let's talk about panning instruments. Panning is how you create a sense of space in your mix. Imagine you're at a concert and you close your eyes. You can tell where each instrument is coming from, right? That's what we're trying to replicate. By panning different tracks to the left or right, you can create a soundscape that's immersive and engaging. Finally, we move on to sculpting the frequency spectrum. This is where we shape the tone of the mix. Every instrument occupies a certain range of frequencies. By using equalization or EQ, you can boost or cut specific frequencies to help each instrument find its own space in the mix. Think of it like a puzzle where each piece has its own unique shape, and there you have it. Mixing is a delicate dance of balance, space, and tone. It's an art form in its own right, requiring both technical knowledge and creative intuition. It can be challenging, but don't be discouraged. Remember, practice makes perfect. That's mixing in a nutshell. Ready to take it to the next level? Feeling comfortable with the basics? Now let's venture into advanced territory. It's time to elevate your mixing skills and bring your music to life with advanced mixing strategies. First up, we've got parallel compression, a technique that allows you to blend a heavily compressed version of a signal with the original, uncompressed signal. This gives you the best of both worlds, the dynamic range of the original and the excitement of the compressed version. It's perfect for adding punch to drums or thickness to vocals without losing dynamic range. Next, we dive into the world of mid-side processing. This technique involves manipulating the middle and side components of a stereo track separately. Want to brighten the vocals at the center of your mix without affecting the guitars panned to the sides? Mid-side EQ is your answer, or maybe you want to add some reverb to the sides without muddying the center? Again, mid-side processing to the rescue. It's a potent tool for creating wide, immersive mixes while keeping the center clear and focused. Finally, let's talk automation. Automation is the process of programming changes to occur in your mix over time. Maybe you want the guitar to gradually get louder during the chorus, or perhaps you want to add some extra reverb to the snare during the bridge. With automation, the possibilities are endless. It allows you to make your mix evolve and breathe, bringing a whole new level of depth and dynamism to your music. Remember, these are just tools. It's how you use them that counts. They can make a good mix great, but they can also make a bad mix worse if used without care. So take the time to experiment, learn, and most importantly, listen. These advanced strategies will add depth and dimension to your mixes like never before. So go forth, experiment, and let your creativity flow. The world of advanced mixing awaits. Mastering is the final polish on your track. Let's demystify the process. Mastering is where all your hard work and creativity gets fine-tuned and balanced, ensuring your track is ready to shine on any platform, any device, anywhere in the world. The first step in mastering is applying equalization, or EQ. This is where we adjust the balance of frequencies in the mix. Think of it as the final opportunity to tweak the tonal balance of your track, removing any harsh frequencies and enhancing the pleasing ones. The goal is to achieve a balanced, smooth sound that can stand shoulder to shoulder with other professional recordings. Next, we turn to compression. This is a tool that helps manage the dynamic range of your track. It makes the quiet parts louder and the loud parts quieter, providing a more consistent listening experience. But be careful. Too much compression can suck the life out of your music, leaving it sounding flat and lifeless. The trick is to use it sparingly and thoughtfully. Finally, we come to limiting, the last line of defense in our mastering chain. A limiter is like a brick wall that prevents any part of your track from exceeding a certain volume level. It's what gives your track that loud, punchy sound that's so sought after in today's music industry. But remember, loudness isn't everything. Overdoing it with the limiter can lead to distortion and a loss of dynamic range. Mastering is an art form in its own right, requiring a keen ear, a deep understanding of audio, and a healthy dose of patience. It's about making subtle adjustments that add up to a significant difference. It's the difference between a good track and a great one, between an amateur production and a professional release. With these mastering fundamentals under your belt, your tracks will be ready for the big leagues. Remember, mastering is a process of refinement and fine-tuning. It's the final step in the journey of turning your musical ideas into a finished, professional product. So keep practicing, keep experimenting, and most importantly, keep creating. After all, without your unique creative spark, there would be no music to master. Ready to navigate the music industry as an elite producer? We've got some tips for you. Now let's delve into the insider secrets that can help you rise to the top. First off, never underestimate the power of networking. The music industry, like any other, thrives on relationships. So make it a point to engage with people who are where you aspire to be. Attend industry events, join online forums and communities, and don't shy away from asking for advice. Remember, even the most successful people were once beginners. Next, learn to be your own best advocate. In an industry bursting with talent, it's essential to stand out. Develop a unique musical style that sets you apart from the crowd. Then, make sure people know about it. This is where self-promotion comes into play. Share your work on social media, send your tracks to music blogs, or even host your own live performances. The goal is to get your name and your music out there. Invest in continuous learning. The music industry, just like technology, is always evolving. The tools and techniques you use today might be obsolete tomorrow. Keep up with the latest trends, software updates, and industry news. This will not only keep your skills sharp, but also give you an edge over the competition. Finally, remember that success doesn't come overnight. It's the result of consistent effort, practice, and yes, a fair share of failures. But don't let the setbacks discourage you. Instead, view them as opportunities to learn and grow. Remember, every great producer was once a beginner who never gave up. With these strategies, you're well on your way to a successful career in music production, so go ahead, put these tips into action, and let your music speak for itself. Here's to your success. Congratulations, you've journeyed from the basics to the advanced in music production. We've covered a vast terrain, from setting up your workspace for optimal creativity and efficiency, to understanding the behavior of audio signals within your digital audio workstation. We've delved into the core techniques of mixing, balancing levels, panning instruments, and sculpting the frequency spectrum to create a dynamic mix. We've even explored advanced strategies like parallel compression, mid-side processing, and automation to add depth to your mixes. We've demystified the process of mastering, equipping you with the tools needed to polish your tracks to perfection. And to top it all, we've shared insider tips to help you navigate the music industry and elevate your career as an elite producer. Remember, your journey doesn't end here. Keep honing your craft, stay inspired, and never stop creating. Until next time, happy producing.